My name is Rob Carolina. I'm a lawyer and a senior visiting fellow with the Information Security Group, Royal Holloway, University of London. And I was asked to talk about ethics in the light of the Snowdon affair, what the affair means for ethics in the information and cybersecurity professions. For me, it was kind of difficult to draw an ethical conclusion from the Snowdon affair, in part because I felt we had to start with an examination of where is the information security profession now in terms of how it addresses questions of ethics. So we spent a little time talking about some historical cases where it's difficult to see how professionals have a consistent framework for making ethical decisions. People that I've met in this profession are good people, and they're trying to do the right thing. The challenge they've got is that there's not a great deal of detailed guidance about how to make hard decisions. They all want to do things like, first do no harm or make sure to follow the law, and yet there's an inconsistent level of understanding among practitioners about how to analyze those types of questions. There's an inconsistent understanding about what constitutes legal conduct, and there's an inconsistent level of training in terms of how to analyze ethical problems. Tackling that discrepancy hopefully will come from within the profession itself. A few years ago, for example, we ran a couple of workshops with practitioners where we went through a series of hypothetical case studies. And we asked the practitioners, all of whom are respected members of the profession, how would you address this difficult case? And what we discovered, and we were kind of expecting this, was that there was a divergence of opinion, in some cases, about what was the right thing to do. And then there was a much wider divergence of opinion about how wrong is something. If something is wrong, how wrong is it? What would probably need to happen is someone needs to step into the field and start developing a more robust set of answers to this question about what constitutes right conduct or wrong conduct or ethical conduct in the context of cybersecurity. And that, for me, is one of the lessons that comes out of the Snowdon affair, because I don't really see how the Snowdon affair has advanced this discussion about what constitutes ethical conduct within the profession. The Snowdon affair has undoubtedly precipitated an important discussion in public policy. The balance between individual privacy and state-sponsored surveillance, that's an important discussion to have. But that doesn't necessarily make Snowdon's actions ethical. It doesn't make them right. And one of the things I said today is that I've drawn the conclusion, I've drawn the opinion that what he did was unethical. I think there's an important distinction to be drawn. The discussion that's been precipitated by the Snowdon affair is not really a discussion about what the information security profession does. It's a discussion about what sovereign states do in defense of the realm. That's the discussion that's been promoted. I don't really see the Snowdon case as giving me any additional teaching tools or guidance that I can use to help practitioners in their day-to-day lives. I certainly can't condone what he did as a crime. I mean, it's a huge step to take. And one of the things that concerns me about the Snowdon affair in terms of why I've drawn the conclusion it was unethical, I don't see any evidence in Snowdon's background or training or degree of understanding that leads me to believe that he was qualified to conduct the risk assessment that was necessary to disclose what he did. His disclosure has undoubtedly, some good things will come of it. We will have a much better public debate about privacy and about state surveillance. But we have no way of knowing, sitting here today, how much damage those disclosures have caused.